Hello YouTube. I've been struggling for months on the idea of whether or not I should create my own iceberg video. I've been watching iceberg explained videos on the internet, and while watching them, I want to create one of these. The main reason why it was such a hard choice whether or not I should do an iceberg explained video is because what do I do it on? I seriously felt like everything had been covered in Iceberg 4. Since there are many iceberg videos, let's just skip them. So today's topic is Plants vs Zombies 2, removed, unused, and scrapped contents. Plants vs Zombies was definitely a huge part of my childhood, since many YouTubers made many iceberg explained videos out of Plants vs Zombies. This would be awesome to look through in an iceberg form, since there are many iceberg explained videos out of it. Today, I will tell you the removed, unused, and scrapped contents of PVZ2. This iceberg was created by a Reddit user, Willuigi222. Go support him or her if you want. Before we start, I will use the Daniel text-to-speech voice, because I don't want to reveal my real voice. Let's get to it. Ultimate Battle and Demonstration Minigame Music. Alright, I'm gonna start this first. The Ultimate Battle and Demonstration Minigame musics are musics that played during Brainbuster levels in PVZ2. I kinda like them during 2014 to 2017, when I muted the sound effects of the game and just listened to these themes. Sadly, these musics were removed in the 6.3.1 update, forcing these levels to play their normal world's music. Because why? The storage of the game being large. So the developers decide to remove them because of Arena and Penny's Pursuit. According to the PVZ wiki, it says that Wild West, Dark Ages, and Jurassic Marsh's Ultimate Battle and Minigame music have been found in the files for the game. There is also code present which enables the music for these worlds. It is presumed they will be making their return in a future update. Old title screen. This is the old title screen of PVZ2, which only has 9 plants and 6 zombies present. The title screen was changed by adding most zombies and plants on it. Also, the PopCap logo was removed and was changed by the EA logo. Zombies and Gargantuapodiums. The Gargantua podiums or Gargantua statues indicates the battle of the world Gargantuas, and the Zombies podiums indicates the battle of the bosses of the worlds. Unfortunately, the Gargantua statues were almost removed in an unknown update in 2017, except for ancient Egypt, which is still on the map. As for Zombies podiums, they were almost all changed in the unknown update again in 2017, except for Neon Mixtape Tour and Modern Day. Mystery gift boxes. The mystery gift box is an item available in Plants vs Zombies 2 that was added in the 1.7 update. Each box contains a plant's costume, free power-ups, 4,000 coins, only if the player has all the non-shop exclusive costumes, or some gems, 5 or 10, previously 3. They were removed in the 6.2 update, being replaced by Pinitus. The only possible way to obtain them is in Vasabrika and some levels, as well as the modern day boss battles. Power Pinch. Power Pinch was a power up in the 1.7 update on Plants vs Zombies 2. To use this power up, you have to pinch a zombie to defeat it. It would be like this. However, Power Pinch was removed in the 1.9 update. It was later replaced by Power Snow. Pre-to 1.7 versions. The 1.7 update of Plants vs Zombies 2 is considered the biggest update in the game, since it modified and replaced a large amount of features, as well as adding new content. It occurred before any additional worlds were released, and as a result it only affected Ancient Egypt, Pirate Seas, and Wild West. When the 1.7 update has arrived, the map was changed by this type of level selection, and now has added Gargantua battles and Zombies battles of each world. Also the keys of the first 3 worlds are now removed, including the stars. In the 8.9.1 update, keys returned and are reproposed. Instead of unlocking gates, they are used to unlock new worlds, replacing world keys. Beating Ancient Egypt, Day 6 will grant the Pirate Seas key, while the rest can be obtained by beating Dr. Zombies in the previous world. Beta Pirate Seas music. There is an unused music for Pirate Seas composed by Laura Shigehara. It can be heard in a Crazy Dave transmission on YouTube. Due to high demand, the track was later released through Shigehara's official YouTube channel. Here's a little snippet of the track. Also in the description, Laura Shigehara says, I composed for the early Pirate Seas level, before I left EA/PopCap. I actually had no idea they had used this music for anything, until some folks told me about it a while back. Since then, many people have asked if they could hear the full version, but it wasn't until last month that I was able to find the original track on my old computer. So here it is, completely unedited and in its original form. I hope you enjoy. Pirate Seas, Wild West, and Far Future Gravestones. Unique sprites for gravestones were made for the first 4 worlds. Ultimately, only Ancient Egypt ended up with the gravestones. It is unknown what their purpose was for, but may have been planned for the Scrap Time Twister world. Here are the sprites and textures. Burnade. Burnade is an unused plant in PvZ2. Burnade's ability is to knock the zombie back and end their spawns. After a set time, the zombie explodes, instantly killing the zombie, and dealing damage equal to said zombie's health in a 4x3 area. Plant food gives it 3 uses before expiring. Here's a short gameplay of Burnade. Mini-PEASHOOTER. Mini-PEASHOOTER is an unused plant in PvZ2 along with Burnade. Mini-PEASHOOTER shoots peas at zombies like PEASHOOTER, although they only deal 5 DPS. When fed plant food, all mini-PEASHOOTERs on the lawn will create duplicates towards the front or same column, if there isn't enough room. It will not create any towards the back of the leftmost mini-PEASHOOTER, even if the lawn becomes full. Its cost is 25 Sun and has a fast recharge. Mini PEASHOOTER cannot be boosted by appeasement, although its seed package shows that it is in the appeasement family. Since it uses a different P projectile, they do not turn into fire Ps when passing through Torchwood, nor can they be reflected by Jester Zombie. Here's a short gameplay of Mini PEASHOOTER. Unused railcarts. Just like the unused gravestone, there are unused railcarts were made for the first 4 worlds, but only Wild West has the railcarts. However, in the Chinese version of Plants vs Zombies 2, the far future minecart and rails are used for an exclusive brain buster, all by oneself, albeit with a different minecart design. Here are the sprites and textures. Sun Gun. Sun Gun was an unused plant in Plants vs Zombies 2, and it was meant to plant for the Lost City. Sun Gun is a single-use plant that would have attracted sun, then would have shot it out towards a zombie with each shot dealing 150 DPS. Its cost is 75 Sun, and has a fast recharge. This plant was accidentally exposed in the Neon Mixtape Tour, Side B Dev Diary. Here's a short gameplay of Sun Gun. Here's the sprites and textures of the unused plant. Sunpod. Sunpod is an unused plant in Plants vs Zombies 2, along with Sun Gun, and it was meant to plant for the Lost City. Sunpod has a similar properties to Peapod. It would grow a head for every 500 sun you had in your bank. Its cost is 300 sun, and has a fast recharge. This plant was accidentally exposed again in the Neon Mixtape Tour, Side B Dev Diary. Here's a short gameplay of Sunpod. Here's the sprites and textures of the unused plant. Dark Ages expansion. A Dark Ages expansion was planned to be released along with an epic quest, but went unreleased. This was accidentally teased in the 6.1.1 update, where there were 3 new empty zombie slots in the almanac. However, the slots were removed in the following update. Levels for the expansion remained within the files until recent versions of the game. The sprites for the veteran zombies were leaked in an alpha version for 7.4.1, but not left over in the final release. Here are the veteran zombies, sprites, textures, and names. Note, the veteran zombies doesn't have any almanac descriptions. Mesozoic Marsh. Mesozoic Marsh was the prototype name of Jurassic Marsh. In the part 1 of Mesozoic Marsh would have only had 2 dinosaurs, which is the Raptor and Stegosaurus. In part 2, there would be 3 dinosaurs, which is T-Rex, Ankylosaurus, and either Pterodactyl, Brontosaurus, or a new dinosaur. Also, in the version 4.1.1, Cold Snapdragon Homeworld was set to Jurassic Marsh, meaning it was originally unlocked from playing Jurassic Marsh instead of being a premium plant. Facebook login. The Facebook login is a unused or removed feature of PVZ2. Note, it must be removed, unused, or replaced, because I haven't tried this one yet. This feature must be used to the players to recover their lost PVZ2 accounts. However, in the old versions, instead of logging into your Facebook accounts, you have to register your account or email to the EA website, and you will get 100 gems after completing it. However, this feature was now removed. Profile pictures. Just like the Facebook login, this feature was supposed to be in PVZ2, which used to the players as a custom pictures to their profiles, but sadly this feature didn't make it to the game. However, when Arena was released, the profile picture features some plants and zombies, including Dr. Zombus as a portrait to their Arena profiles. Valuable mowers. The valuable mowers is an upgrade that makes lawnmowers give 2 coins instead of 1. The almanac description of this unused upgrade says, drops more money for each lawnmower at the end of a level. This upgrade is still obtainable by hacking, but in normal gameplays, it's not obtainable. Sprouts. I'm not talking about the sprout in Zen Garden. I'm talking about the unused one. But whatever, sprout was originally meant to be used in the Zen Garden instead of small plants, but was ultimately scrapped. Strangely, it was later given code to be plantable in-game. It was associated with an unused minigame where one would plant a few sprouts before the game started. When planted on an odd column, it has a 50% chance of growing into a sunflower and a 50% chance for a PEASHOOTER, and a 75% chance of growing into a walnut and a 25% into tall nut on even columns. Just like Sungun and Sunpod, this plant was accidentally exposed in the Neon Mixtape Tour, Side B Dev Diary. Here's a short gameplay of Sprout. Cleopatra zombie. The Cleopatra zombie was meant to be used by a scrapped event which you would go and fight her, similar to the zombie yeti. She walks for a brief moment, before doing a dance, summoning 4 mummy zombies on adjacent tiles next to her, akin to the dancing zombie. It would have been a sort of mini-boss, but was scrapped for being too weak. Normally she spawns zombies in a diamond pattern, but has further unused patterns. Those being blocker, vertical, horizontal, and square patterns. Here's how the Cleopatra zombie works. Tutorial world. The tutorial world is an unused world of PvZ2, not the player's house, where the game teaches you how to play the game. There are even codes for a tutorial world, in which the first 4 tutorial levels could have been played again like normal levels. This was later scrapped for an unknown reason. Here are some textures found in the files. Unused plant upgrades. Gold Leaf and Time Warp are originally going to have upgrades, but in the final release, it didn't make it, but both of these plants have upgrades left in the files. For Gold Leaf. For Time Warp. Also, Imitator is the only plant in Plants vs Zombies 2 that doesn't have an upgrade, because he can mimic any plant who has already been upgraded. Mechcone Veteran. Robocone Zombie was supposed to have an upgraded variant in the far future expansions. He absorbs 200 more normal damage shots and moves faster. He was likely cut due to not being much of a threat compared to Harlow Head Zombie, given its low health. Future Protector Veteran. Shield Zombie was supposed to have an upgraded variant as well. This zombie was made late in development. It was likely cut due to not being much of a threat with existing plants. This zombie's name is Deflector Zombie. Deflector Zombie protects himself with a powerful force field that stretches across 5 rows. Special, shield regenerates over time. Deflector Zombie saw what Shield Zombie was doing and said to himself, brains, because that's really the only word zombies know. Planks were supposed to be grid items. The planks in Pirate Seas were supposed to be a grid item during development. It even has an internal name called planks. They were later used as a gimmick in the Pirate Seas during the final release. Renting premium plants. The early renting system. A feature which would allow you to rent a premium plant for 250 coins each. It would later be incorporated in the version 9.2.2, although differs from this early version. Old spiral. In the old versions, you can see a huge spiral behind any map of any world you want to go. This spiral was later changed, making it harder to see. Time Twister. The Time Twister world was originally in the game files, but it was later removed. It would have been the final world, composed of features from all the previous worlds. The idea would later be incorporated as modern day, as both contain previous world gimmicks and zombies. Fun fact, the name was later reused for a pin at a party event, and the world icon was later used for the game mode Penny's Pursuit. Beta Barrel Roller Zombie Design. I cannot find any image of the Beta Barrel Roller Zombie design, but please, if you see any Beta Barrel Roller Zombie design, put it down in the comments section. So let's just skip this entry. Prehistoric world. Before the Android release, there was data for a world simply named Prehistoric. Nothing else existed for this world, except its existence in the world map selection data. Prehistoric world was going to be a world based off of prehistoric times, but was scrapped. The world was used in Plants vs Zombies, All Stars. The world likely worldviews the same or similar zombies and mapped to the All Stars version. Beta Fire PEASHOOTER. This is the early version of Fire PEASHOOTER, which is just a recolored version of the PEASHOOTER. Thankfully, it was changed in its final release, making it a real Fire PEASHOOTER. Icy Current. Icy Current is an unused plant in Plants vs Zombies 2. Nothing much known about it beside its seed packet sprite. However, it was added in the 2.2.4 update of the Chinese version of Plants vs Zombies 2 as a fully functional plant, being a nice variant of electric current. Plantable in-game Marigold. Although not unused, Marigold was originally meant to be plantable in-game, but this idea was later scrapped and became only available in the Zen garden. If made available to be planted on the lawn, either via hacking or other means, Marigold would produce silver coins, but will eventually fall asleep after a period of time. If fed plant food, she will produce a burst of silver coins and then disappear. Here are the sprites and textures of Marigold. Unused camels and Roman shields almanac entries. Variations for the camel zombie once had names and description headers, but were ultimately grouped into one entry, leaving these unused. Also, there are 2 of Roman shield zombies variations have full unused almanac entries. Here they are. Unused boosts. There are some unused boosts found in the code, which are called Bounty Hunter, Extra Toughness, Fast Recharge, Rapid Fire, Shovel Bomb and Sun Discount. There was also another boost only found in the version 1.9 named Boost Marigold. They could be obtained in the Zen Garden. Early peasant zombies. There are early placeholder peasant zombies found in the game files. They had simple placeholder sprites, but it's just a recolored version of the future zombie, while the flag zombie holds a Pirate Seas flag. Here are the animations, textures, and sprites. Color change vase. The color change vase is an unused power-up in the Vase Breaker game mode. This power-up lets you change the color of a vase, for example, turning a brown vase into a green vase. It was added in the version 2.4.1 and later removed in the version 6.2.1. Here's a short gameplay of the color change vase. Bacon. It is unknown what it does, but there is some text related to collectible bacon in the files. Although it only costs 10 coins, with the price increasing by 10 each time. The amount of bacon bought cannot be saved. It would have likely served a similar function to the bacon in the first game on mobile, essentially being useless.